What if I told you that the paycheck you flex on Instagram every Friday might actually be the very thing stealing your life away? Yeah, sit with that for a second. Because there's a massive difference between being paid well and living well. And most people don't see it until they're too deep, too tired, too numb to feel the gap anymore. Being paid well feels amazing at first. That first direct deposit hits different, right? You're walking taller, ordering guac without checking the price, telling your parents, "Don't worry, I got it." It feels like you made it. Corporate badge, corner desk, Slack notifications popping off like you're important. And maybe you are. But here's the twist nobody talks about. Money can upgrade your lifestyle, but it doesn't automatically upgrade your life. Big difference. Being paid well means your bank account looks healthy. Living well means your soul does. And those two, they don't always hang out together. I've seen people in six-figure jobs eating lunch alone in their cars just to get 5 minutes of silence. I've seen executives refreshing emails at 11:47 p.m. like their worth is hiding inside an inbox. I've seen high salaries wrapped around low happiness like expensive wrapping paper on an empty box. And it's wild because from the outside, it all looks perfect. The car, the condo, the vacations that are really just photo shoots between Zoom calls. But living well? Living well is when you wake up and don't immediately feel dread sitting on your chest. It's when your laugh doesn't sound forced. It's when Sunday night doesn't feel like a funeral for your freedom. Paid well is a number. Living well is a feeling. Paid well can buy comfort. Living well creates peace. And peace doesn't come with overtime pay. Here's the shocker. You can earn $200,000 a year and still feel broke. Broke on time. Broke on energy. Broke on real relationships. Meanwhile, someone making half that could be rich in moments, rich in mornings, without alarms. Rich in dinner conversations that don't involve complaining about Karen from accounting. Rich in hobbies that don't fit on a LinkedIn profile but light up their entire face. That's the part corporate culture doesn't put on the onboarding slide deck. They sell you growth, promotions, titles that sound impressive at high school reunions. But nobody asks you, "Hey, are you actually okay?" And if you've ever sat in traffic thinking, "Is this it? Is this what I traded my passion for?" Then you already feel the tension. Because being paid well often comes with golden handcuffs. The benefits are shiny. The bonuses are addictive. The status, oh, that's the sweet part. But living well sometimes requires uncomfortable choices. Saying no, walking away. Downsizing your ego before your apartment, and that's scary. Let's be real, society claps for income, not inner peace. You post a salary milestone, you get fire emoji. You post about protecting your mental health, it gets awkwardly quiet. Why? Because we've been trained to chase impressive, not meaningful. But impressive doesn't hug you back at night. Meaningful does. Living well is having time to call your mom without multitasking. It's cooking a meal slowly instead of inhaling takeout between meetings. It's knowing who you are outside your job title. And here's some humor for you. If your out-of-office email is the only time you feel free, that's not success. That's survival mode with a company logo. Being paid well might buy you first-class tickets, but living well makes you excited about where you're actually going. Being paid well fills your closet. Living well fills your calendar with moments you don't need to escape from. And I'm not saying money is evil. Let's not get dramatic. Money matters. It gives options. It reduces stress. It can create opportunity. But it's a tool, not the trophy. The real flex. Waking up energized. Having work that challenges you without consuming you. Having ambition without anxiety running the show. That's living well. And here's the emotional goot punch. One day, your job will replace you in 2 weeks if you leave. But your kids, your partner, your friends, they don't want your salary. They want you, your attention, your presence, your actual laugh, not the tired version. So the question isn't, how much do you make? The better question is, how much of your life do you get to keep? Because if your income is high, but your joy is low, the math isn't mathing. And I know somebody watching this is thinking, but I worked hard to get here. I respect that. Seriously, that grind, that hustle, it built resilience. But don't let the grind become your identity. You are more than your quarterly targets, more than your performance review. Living well means defining success for yourself, not renting someone else's version of it. It might mean taking a pay cut to gain sanity. It might mean building something on the side that makes you feel alive. It might mean setting boundaries that make people uncomfortable. Growth isn't always upward. Sometimes it's inward. Quick pause if this is hitting home. Drop a comment below and tell me which one you're chasing right now. Paid well or living well? No judgment, just honesty. Because awareness is step one. And share this with someone who needs the reminder that their life is bigger than their paycheck. Here's the truth: nobody puts on a billboard. At the end of your life, nobody gathers around to read your bank statements. They remember how you made them feel. They remember if you were present. They remember if you were alive in the moments that mattered. So build wealth, yes. Chase goals, absolutely. But don't accidentally build a life that looks successful on paper and feels empty in reality. Paid well is external applause. Living well is internal alignment. Paid well is having more. Living well is needing less. And the wild part, you can design both, but only if you're brave enough to question what you've been taught about success. So I'll leave you with this. If tomorrow your salary doubled, but your free time disappeared, would you take the deal? And if your paycheck shrank, but your peace expanded, would you still call it a loss? Think about it. Really think about it. Because the difference between being paid well and living well isn't just about money. It's about whether you're building a career or building a life.